might take a little bit longer. It might be a little bit harder with a certain weapon.
Gotcha.
We'll try to train you what are the certain enemies, type of ways to exploit them. And, but, you know, at the end of the day, like you said, you can...
Which one's yours favorite? Just out of curiosity's sake.
I still like the blades the best,
Yeah.
and that's a problem.
Yeah, it's traditional.
Because we basically want every weapon to be as good as the blades.
Yeah.
But
I don't really think it's a problem. I think I just want to use the blades, beat the hell out of
there's
everything.
nothing
in the
better
game.
than a knife
Yeah,
at the end of a
exactly.
chain.
So I gotta ask, because I'm a little bit of a pervert, do we actually get to have sex with any women in this game? Or is
Not
it
with
just
women.
implied? Not with women? Oh, okay.
That's my only answer.
I guess we'll just leave that there.
I'm done.
It's hard to run an interview during this game because
know,
when you go into the events, it's just such a visceral, like, disgusting attack. It's
Yeah,
awesome to watch.
I keep getting told, you know, you can't make gamer face while you're watching people play the demos, and I'm like, oh, okay, gotta look at you guys. I'm like,
Yeah, here it comes
can't
again.
do it. Yeah,
Let's see this
let's
one.
just enjoy this. Oh yeah.
And that was the coolest thing I've seen so far.
Oh wow, this, you know, it just looks really good.
So I see you're still opening chests.
Yeah, you still got to get health, and
Health.
and you can get orbs out of
Orbs.
them, and you can get magic out of them. We don't have any magic in the demo right now.
Right.
So what Kratos has done here is he's fired the ballista. It's kind of knocked Helios' chariot off course, so the Titan can grab him, throw him to the next location, and now that's Kratos' next goal is to get to Helios, because Helios has something that Kratos wants very badly.
Awesome.
Well, I'm sure you guys have answered this question in other interviews in the past, but I want to ask it anyway. What inspired you to grab Greek mythology for this? Like, who sits down in a conference room and says, you know what?
You know, I can't. That was Dave Jaffe's call, the original director on God of War 1, and I can't speak to like why he picked it. What I can say is that I can surmise that one of the things that I think works so well for it is that it's something that everybody gets.
Yeah.
And it's not. It doesn't take 10 minutes to describe it. It's like, you know, it's like a cross between Blade Runner and Terminator 3 and meets, you know, like History of the World or something like that. It's not. It's everybody knows what Greek mythology is. Most people have seen Clash of the Titans.
Yeah, to some extent, yeah.
And they relate with it. So why not take the Greek mythology and kind of like, what is the dark spin on Greek mythology?
Do you ever
We
get
can have a lot
feedback?
of fun with it. It's so rich. There's so many monsters.
Yeah.
There's so many great stories, and it's always about the gods messing with people.
Did you ever get feedback from Jaffe on this at all? You
Um,
guys talk to each other, like hang out at the bar, and you're like, yeah, it's cool.
No.
Not at all. You're like, hell
No. Well, I don't mind. I mean, I drank with Jaffe a little bit at GDC. I don't have a problem with that. But that's actually the last time I spoke to him.
Mm-hmm.
And before that, I spoke to him a little bit in November.
So this is 100% your baby.
It's 100% the team's baby.
Gotcha.
So about history, I have a question. Have you guys talked to any historians and thought about changing the actual history books to God of War, because this is way cooler?
I hope that doesn't happen. I hope kids don't. Well, first of all, you should be.
I would have paid a lot more
You should
attention in
be
class.
you should be at least 18 years old if you're playing this game, and I hope that like kids don't think this is fact, because it's far from. We take a lot of
A few liberties here and
liberties
there, yeah.
with this just to make it fun. And,
Okay, so we have just busted into an interior space, and we saw you get there doing the harpy grapple again, and it was actually across like a huge chasm this time.
so that's an example of like we had a little bit of training in that first section,
Right.
With no fear of dying, and then we ramp it up, and you can see we can do some interesting stuff. You know,
Right.
we have that massive chasm, and expect to see more of that kind of stuff with the harpies in the game.
Now, right here while you're scaling this wall, I mean, how's the camera? I mean, can you go look out and see like what is going on behind you, or are you pretty much locked onto rails at this point?
We're locked on the rails. You never have camera control in the game. That's how we've done it in God of War. We feel that
That's how we've done it in God of War. All right.
Yeah, well, we feel
Guess
that
we won't change it.
It works really well with our game. That like we are picking what we think is the best camera angle for every single situation and every single fight, and the player doesn't have to worry about it.
It's
And
almost like a cinematic way of.
exactly,
Yeah.
exactly. So here's Helios, and he's not feeling too good right now. But some of these Zeus's soldiers jump in, and they are building a phalanx
Awesome.
around him. And Kratos is having a tough time breaking that phalanx. The shields are enchanted. He's going to have to find another way to get through. So we bring in the...
I was promised eyeball ripping in this demo. Are we getting close to that?